MMA Matthew here. I'm at the World Class Fight League headquarters down here on Limeball Avenue in Tampa. With me is World Class Fight League owner Rafael Garcia. We're going to talk a little bit about the upcoming WCFL 11 fight card, which takes place this Saturday at the DoubleTree over at West Shore on Cypress Avenue. So, Ralph, just overall, first and foremost, tell me a little bit about putting this fight card together.
Man, what I'm doing this year, I'm spreading the fights out. I'm only doing 3 fight cards, but they're going to be super fight cards. So I'm doing this one January 24th at the DoubleTree. Next one is May 9th. Then the one after that is October 17th. So I got them spread apart. So with all these other shows going on, if guys are fighting on other cards, they'll be ready to fight again for us instead of doing every 2 months. But this card right here, I started off with 30 fights. I'm down to 23, so after weigh-ins, if everybody does right, 23 is great. We'll probably end up with like 19, 20 from experience.
Right.
Wing House is doing our weigh-ins Friday at 6 o'clock. Anybody's welcome to come out to that. But I'm super excited. You even said it yourself. I have 5 title fights. I have a girl fight. And a lot of those fights on the card could be a main event anywhere else.
Yeah. Now, real quick, what Wing House location is that going to be?
The one on Hillsborough. They're always sponsoring us. They've been sponsoring us since, I think, the 3rd show. Usually it's Crawford from the corporate area. He goes ahead and he gave us that store, and they come down and they bring their girls to the show. They support us. We go there and do promo parties, and then now we're doing weigh-ins there. So.
Okay, so let's start with those 5 title fights you mentioned. Let's just break down kind of just a little bit about each one of those fights.
All right, first one, you got Charlie Russo and Ryan Donnelly. We made that fight after the last WCFL. So they both coming off impressive knockouts in the first round. So don't sleep on that fight. Someone's going to get knocked out in that fight. It's for our 170 title. Our current champ is Charlie Russo. Second fight is Blake Smith doing a rematch with Nick. Blake was hurt last time. He's the current 155 champ. Nick, he just won the interim title. He beat Vic Dixit. Stepped up and went up a weight class to fight for that title. It was an awesome fight, went 3-round decision.
Yeah,
so that's going to be an awesome fight. A lot of hype on both sides. I love the D'Angelos; they're awesome.
Always.
So world class and D'Angelos, they're always a good fight. Next fight is going to be 145 title. Vic, fought his butt off in a weight class he wasn't supposed to fight in. He stepped up, fought last time, so I gave him the 145 title shot. His original opponent dropped out probably a few weeks back, but now he's going to fight Robert Leparati out of Ramos MMA. He stepped up, took the fight, and he's excited. So, shout out to Ramos MMA. They're always ready to fight. So I got that as a 145 title. Last minute, my 135 title fight, Patrick Corrigan out of Team Trauma, went ahead and his opponent dropped. Case Wagner had some issues, so he can't fight this time. But I have a backup. I moved up Max Lopez from D'Angelo camp, and they're always ready to fight. He's 2-1, but he said, you know what? I'm coming to fight. I've been training. Let me take the fight. So I gave it to him, and they're happy. So he's coming to fight for the 135 title. Catch weight fight, 185 champ. Martin Vergara is going to fight John Garcia from Gracie, Tampa, trains with Rob Kahn. That's going to be an impressive fight. Oh, explosive. Both guys have knockout power. Both guys have been in tough fights. John's 4-0. Martin, I think, 7-2. Martin's ready to go pro after this fight, so it's going to be impressive. They're going to fight for the 205 title, but it's going to be a catch weight of 195 to make it fair. Martin's going up, and John's going down.
Okay.
So whoever wins that is the 205 WCFL champion. We also have a girl fight now. We have Hannah Goldie making her MMA debut of us out of the UFC gym. She's fighting Amanda Lee coming from North Carolina. So they're coming down. They're ready to fight. She's a blue belt, and that's going to be fireworks too, man. I'm excited about that fight also. Also, another fight, which not a title fight, but we made it last minute because both their opponents dropped. Jeremiah McDougal out of Team Trauma. He's going to be fighting Maurice Graham.
Oh, Momo.
Yeah. So the Black Mamba's coming out. He's coming back fighting, and they're both debuting at 155. They used to be 170. So this fight I had scheduled a year ago at 170. One guy got hurt or something, couldn't happen. Now they're fighting at 155. They both had a full training camp. Both these guys bring it. I'm excited about that.
Yeah, you mentioned Ryan Donnelly. Donnelly, coming off of his last WCFL appearance, was a vicious KO over Jeremy Christensen. Jeremiah McDougal, another great fighter, who has a phenomenal story where he's dropped mad amounts of weight just for his overall a better life and better health, and it has translated into a phenomenal MMA career. I mean, for anybody out there not familiar with some of these names Ralph is saying, I mean, these are pretty much the top-level amateur MMA fighters in the state of Florida right now. Obviously, I've said this many times over the last year. We had a lot of amateurs in the state go pro. We've had a lot of other people kind of step up to that next level, and you're kind of featuring them all on this WCFL card. A lot of them really. Tell me about what it takes to be able to get that clientele, to keep them fighters coming back, and to be able to put on these continuously top-level shows?
Well, we do everything top-notch, man, from day one. I try to get the fighters ready to go pro. So when they go to RFC or wherever else they're going to go, they know how to interview. So we do interview skills. They come in, they do photo shoots, so we're doing promos for them, helps them sell tickets. We're also, videotaping their fights, HD quality. I got the best. I got Fight Sports HD. They do the best quality in MMA all through Florida. They started with us, and now they've been blowing up. You get your fight for free, and it's going to be blasted all over Facebook, YouTube, and everything else.
Right on. All right, this has been MMA Matthew with Ralph Garcia down here at the WCFL headquarters. This Saturday, when and where?
January 24th, Doubletree Hotel off of Cypress, right across the street from Jefferson. It's a stacked card. 23 fights on the card right now. You're going to get your money's worth. Doors open at 5. Fights start at 6. All the fights are action-packed. Come out. If you've never been to one of our shows, you got to come out. Once you come out, you're going to get hooked. Yeah. After party is at the Penthouse Club. They're always sponsoring us also. And like I said before, Wing House, weigh-ins on Friday night, 6 p.m., open to the public. Come out, support local fighters, guys.
All right, this is Ralph Garcia, and I'm MMA Matthew.